Tim? Well, hello, everybody. We're live with Rick the Answer, and I'm on the phone with one of our guests because we can't get on the phone yet. This is how live television works. So, Tim, go back on that and take your headphones out, and then try just linking up on that thing, and I'll get to you in a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. So that's Tim Chuey. Remember the weatherman on KVAL for years ago? Well, we're having a little trouble signaling up with him, but we're going to work on it and hope that that comes in the future. Um, Welcome to my nightmare. I hope you're gonna like it. So, we've got a couple of things we have to tell you about. We're giving away junk. Stuff. We're giving away stuff. So Dr. Bratlin at Chris Dental Family Dentistry is one of our sponsors. He sponsors our new segment every night. He's giving away All I Want for Christmas is a New Front Tooth. So this is one tooth, one new tooth that you will get. And you have to send me a picture to rick@rickdancer.com. And that's how you will get that tooth repaired. Now, it can't be just all the way gone. It has to have a root in there that he can put a cover over it. That's what we're looking for. So if that's something that you desire, we want to give one person one front tooth for Christmas. And I need that picture in before next Monday. Also, Rosa Realty is doing a $200 dinner for one family in our community that really needs some help. So you need to nominate a family to us. And what you do is you go on and you text at 541, it's on the screen here, but at 541-316-8646, and just put in there nominate, and it'll pull up the form. You tell the story and put that all in as what you want and what this family's name is. That'll go directly to Derek Roser and his staff. And then they're going to pick a winner next Monday, and we're going to provide a $200 Thanksgiving dinner for a family that you send our way. So those are two things. And then one of our other sponsors is Alvord Taylor. I just saw they have a new office over in Springfield by Winco, but this is an agency that they have 24-hour care for people with different abilities. They have over 200 people that work for them, and they take care of and assist with 60 different people at 15 homes around the area. And as any agency like that, they're always looking for good staff. They're looking for people to, especially right now, they need folks who really want to take care of someone and help them. That would be a really great opportunity. And I'm going to put up right now, it's on the top there, but this is also how you can get a hold of them. Go directly to their website, apply for a job. In fact, you can just put Alvord Taylor jobs, and it'll take you right to the website, tell you what jobs they're looking for and how that works. That's how we do our show. We have sponsors, people come in, and that's how we get them to this information and different things for you. So let's start with our open. Then we'll get to Bill with the day's news. And we also have Elements Health Club coming up. They're going to be talking about a healthy lifestyle and some new things going on at the gym. And Kim's got a whole bunch of ups. Kim Stark is in the green room out there waiting for us. So let's just start it with Get Real with Rick Dancer tonight. Up with this. That's what I don't understand.
From the 1120 AM and 93.7 FM KPNW studios, I'm Bill London. And
look at you.
Sarah, look at that introduction. Isn't Rick such a charmer?
Bring the lion out. We had a sketch artist do a drawing.
Tonight on our show, we're going to have
music therapy has been shown to relieve.
It's time now for Rick.
Hey guys, don't you think it's kind of fun that you get to comment on the news? There's a cost. Oh yeah, there's a cost. People come after you. I think that's why this is so much fun.
Now it's time to get real. Now it's time to get real. I mean really real. It's a big dose of really real with Rick.
I'll see you at 5.
From the 93.7 FM and 1120 AM KPNW studios, I'm Svengard, but my friends just call me Bill. Governor Kate Brown was on hand at the White House Monday for President Biden's signing of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and issued a statement calling it, quote, a game changer. It's going to be directing well over $3.6 billion to Oregon for a variety of projects, and I'll kind of run down what some of those are. I think what's interesting to note is that of all people, Governor Kate Brown was at the White House for the signing. Keep in mind, she's not up for re-election, and likely what she was doing there is lobbying for some sort of cabinet position. If you recall, after Biden was elected president, there was some talk that she might be joining Biden's cabinet. Anyway, as far as money that is going to be coming to Oregon, we can expect about $3.4 billion to modernize Oregon roads and highways and do bridge replacements and repairs. Another $747 million is going to be used for public transportation systems, $52 million to establish electric vehicle charging infrastructure, another $500 million for clean drinking water and improving water infrastructure, $100 million spent on affordable high-speed internet, and a woeful $32 million to protect against wildfires, which seems like pretty menial money considering how big that particular problem is. Also, Governor Kate Brown said that she's considering calling a special session of the Oregon legislature again, extending legal protections and money to tenants at risk of eviction while waiting for emergency rental assistance. Brown said lawmakers may be asked to consider additional state aid if more federal money doesn't come through, but Brown also made the statement it'll be impossible to serve every Oregon family that's struggling with rent with state resources alone. She didn't specify exactly when she might call lawmakers back to Salem. She issued her statement after the Oregon Department of Housing and Community Services announced that pending applications are likely to claim the rest of the federal money for emergency rental assistance, and that new applications were going to be put on hold for at least 6 weeks starting December 1st. Right now, it's estimated about 13,000 households have exceeded grace periods from evictions, allowed for tenants who could show proof that they had some sort of rental assistance. Well, a tourism report by Travel Portland found that people don't want to go to Portland because, according to the polling that they did, they associate the city with homelessness, homicide, and civil unrest. Yeah, that's kind of hard to wrap into some sort of nice little cheery marketing slogan. Anyway, the report shared with city commissioners noted that people planning conventions do not want to spend their time and money in Portland because of its tarnished reputation for riots, homicide, homeless camps, and other public safety issues. And because of group cancellations stemming from the pandemic and all the other problems in the metro area, jobs related to conventions dropped by 10,000 from 36,000 in 2019. The loss in convention business also happens to coincide with Portland suffering an airport travel rate lower than the average metropolitan city compared to their pre-pandemic levels. Well, Oregon's unemployment rate hit 4.4% in October, down from 4.7% in September. Since 1976, when comparable records began, through October of 2016, Oregon's unemployment rate was never as low as 4.4%. However, during the economic expansion just prior to the pandemic recession, Oregon's unemployment rate was 4.4% or lower for 41 consecutive months from, oddly enough, November of 2016 through March of 2020. Oregon's unemployment rate reached a record low in November and December of 2019. And this may come as a surprise to some, and that is a political endorsement coming from a very big labor union for the gubernatorial elections. The United Food and Commercial Workers Union Local 555 announced today it's endorsing Nicholas Kristof in the Democratic primary for governor. Now, the UFCW, with 29,000 members, is the state's largest private sector union, and its union president, Dan Clay, said in a statement, "It's foolish to support the politicians who praised essential workers during the pandemic while neglecting necessary worker protections." He says, we need leadership that is willing to deliver solutions when they get to Salem instead of trying to get in their sound bites. The endorsement is a feather in Christoph's cap, particularly considering, well, he's a New Yorker coming to Oregon to run for governor. But it's also because they completely ignored the other leading Democratic candidates, namely House Speaker Tina Kotek and State Treasurer Tobias Reed. They have long cultivated relationships with organized labor, and Christoph is a first-time candidate. As Clay's statement indicates, the UFCW felt aggrieved that its members got the short shrift from Salem during the pandemic, as its workers got lower priority for vaccinations than other Oregonians working the front lines. All right, this look at the news has been brought to you by Dr. Michael.
As he was saying, Dr. Michael Bratland sponsors our newscast every night. Sorry, Bill, I cut you off there. Did you guys hear that on Christoph? So the guy's not even from Oregon. And that shows how dissatisfied people are with our current leadership. So now this organization is willing to sponsor and throw money and its support behind a guy who said, I don't know enough about this right now. I don't even know how a guy like that can run. Like, I don't know. I don't get that, Kim. If you're not an Oregon,
that's not adding up.
I think, it makes me, I'm going to go to Montana and I'll just run for governor in Oregon while I'm there. It's like, what the hell? I mean,
now anything. Yeah, right.
I'm sure anything's possible in Oregon. Hey, I just wanted to tell people when they're on Facebook and stuff, if a little bell comes up, you'll see a little bell, just you can subscribe. You can subscribe, if I can say it. You just punch that little bell, and then anytime we're live, it'll tell you. So you'll know that the show's on, and you don't have to rely on your memory because many of us
that would not work very well. No, never. Watch for the bell. Listen for the bell.
So Elements Health Clubs of Lane County sponsoring our Elements of a Healthy Life, and Kim Stark is here, our very healthy reporter.
Healthy.
Coming up
for healthy. I love it. Yeah, all kinds of health. I know. I love it though, because tonight I get to combine my two passions, right? So fitness and kids. I mean, come on.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull myself out and you go ahead and take it away.
So, so tonight we're talking about, there's a new organization or activity, I should say, called the Active Kids Program at the Elements Health Club at the West Eugene location. And this is the difference they're doing here. It's not just a day camp as it was in the past. It's doing Mia and Sammy over at Elements right there at the Kids Club. And Sammy, tell me a little bit about your kind of leading this program. So you are an expert. Tell us what makes this so unique.
So I really love this program. I am a teacher. I got my bachelor's degree in teaching and I'm currently getting my master's as well. So I was kind of talking and got offered the position for this program, and I thought this would be an amazing way to be able to share my knowledge and my passion with children and be able to, have members of the community be able to come and use this program for their children when they can create those healthy lifestyles for themselves, and we can show them that, hey, your parents are doing an amazing job at creating their own awesome healthy lifestyle, and then how can we do that here and with our children. So I think this program highlights some really awesome things, because we have a recess time where we have the playground outside. So that's a really awesome way that we can get them active. We also can use our courts if we, have some kiddos that want to get active and be out there in the courts, so we can, play basketball. We can, just get them running and get their energy out, and also have them create those active lifestyles as well that we want to see for our youth. So
yeah, I love that. You've got the parents there working out. So.
Yes, it's an awesome thing.
Hey, Sammy, can you there's other people in the room. Can you have them stop talking? Just tell them this, because we can hear them. It's making it hard to hear you. So if you can get anybody else in the room to be quiet, that would be really helpful.
Totally.
Okay. If you have to tell them to be quiet, tell them to be quiet.
Yeah. They're doing it for me. I got lucky.
Yeah, no, and this is so nice that you're actually a teacher and at the club with these children. So you're using kind of your teaching background. Tell us what the parents have said about this program. I mean, it's got to be important to them to have this great program while they work out. They know their kids are in good hands. What are their reactions to this?
They are stoked. I've signed up so many parents that they come in and I talk to them about it, and they are just ecstatic that they have somewhere safe and trusting that their kids can go to. And I think that's the biggest thing nowadays and always, is just making sure that your kids are in a safe environment with somebody who is trusting and, frankly, they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. They have that experience where I've had, years and years of experience now with children, and I am able to kind of decipher any issues that may happen, and we can kind of grow as a community and build that community and have everybody come in, and we can just get bigger and bigger and grow. And so I think that's an amazing thing for parents to be able to see as well, is that, hey, we're doing really awesome things here, and we have amazing staff as well that is able to help us grow.
I love that. And I know the kids love it too. And were you going to show us a little bit of that? There's some kids in there right now. Are you able to show us what it looks like?
Yes, of course. The Wi-Fi is a little bit touchy in here, so
Okay.
we'll go slow, and hopefully that we can kind of give a little tour of the room and see what the kiddos are doing in there.
That's great. If we lose you, it's okay, but we can try to take a look at here and see what's going on. I see some happy campers already.
Yes, so we have some kiddos in here who are playing, and we have a wide variety of toys in here as well. So we just have a bunch of different activities that they're able to do. It's so dark out so early, so the outside time at night is not the best option, though we also have it available in the mornings on Mondays and Wednesdays from 8:30 to 11:30. So that is a time that we can get outside and we can be active outside on the playground as well. So we can walk through a little bit further. And in this area, we have a lot going on in here.
Hi,
The kids are playing.
What are you doing with us in here? I see. I like you separated out there, and you have an extra little room there for them to build.
Yes, this is an awesome small little area. We also we have a little rocking chair, so we can do some reading if the kids want to. And it's just another little space to where kids can be together or be on their own if they want to as well.
Nice. I love the paintings. I see the Horton painting back there on the wall. Super cute.
Yes, it is an awesome painting. A lot of parents have been like, wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, that is impressive. I love it. It looks so nice and orderly too. And even with their toys on the floor. Thank you so much, Sammy, for showing us that your new program over there. So this is at the West Eugene. The one in Springfield also has an active kids club. So if you're working out, promoting those healthy habits, move it on to the kiddos, and they can do the same thing while you're working out. And it's so fun to go as a family too. So I love that they're doing that out there. Also, along those lines, more Americans are going back to the gym. I know the gyms were, obviously shut down in the beginning of the pandemic, but now they're almost up to pre-pandemic levels. Those numbers at the gyms, that was one report that came about, like Planet Fitness with all of their locations, and sales for Peloton are actually going down a little bit. So some people are combining workout at home and then mix it up with the gym. But the thing about going to the gym is it's not just about working out. It's about mental health. It's about forming those relationships, seeing your friends. Obviously, you form friendships while you're there too. So it's just about being in a different environment, not just the exercise. I know sometimes you got to get in and get out, but now more people, don't you think, Rick, are actually like so excited to see people?
Yeah, and I think it's really good. I did see that Peloton report that they thought they were going to do really, really well, and their numbers are coming down because people are going, okay, I want back to the gym, because I think that's for those of us who go. Right. That's at least half of the reason we're there is to be around other people and to socialize and have a relationship. So
yeah. So I like
Elements has 3 locations we can do that at: West Eugene, Oakway, and Springfield. So it's a great way to get back in shape. The COVID pounds.
I know. The COVID pounds. Yeah, I know. I don't really feel too sorry for Peloton. Do you? I think they're okay. I think they'll survive. but people still have those bikes at home. And I do both. I've got one at home, but then I still like to be having the atmosphere of the people at the gym. So you can mix it up.
All right. Kim Stark, thank you. All right. We'll talk to
Bye,
you later.
everybody. All right.
See you later. All right. Sorry about that audio we had a little bit, but sometimes when you get background noise, it kind of can catch into a phone really easily. So that's how it goes. Do you guys remember, I don't even know, Tim, when you were on KVAL's weather? I know you were. It seems like you were there forever. But do you guys, I'm going to see if hopefully Tim will pop into the stream here. Tim Chuey, how you doing?
Doing fine, thanks. How about you?
Tim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I don't think your microphone's on. We are just having all kinds of little problems here tonight with technology. Maybe it's just our evening. Pardon me? You should have a little speaker on there. Yeah.
It's on.
Well, I don't. Oh, you know what, Tim? Are you doing this on your phone? Huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then I can't call you. You know what? I will arrange to try to get you on another time and we'll figure this thing out. Okay. Because I don't think it's going to work. All right. Well, anyway, there's Tim Chuey. He's still around. So we'll catch up with him later. I was going to ask him to do a weather forecast because I know Tim is still doing weather forecasts on some local radio stations and stuff. But we'll try to get him back when that can actually work. Just having one of those little rough nights, everybody. It's just kind of how it happens sometimes when you're in technology. It's kind of like that's what it's like. Somebody says on here, Pleasant Hill had an amazing little gym, Just Move Fitness. Are you guys back at your gyms? Are you doing your thing again? I'm curious. I've been back. Well, I've never really stopped much. So I'm kind of into that. I know, Mark, isn't that funny? So another thing Brian over at Elements really, really loves is when we go out and do these stories that Kathy and I have done over the years. And so we got one again for him tonight. This is a guy in Halfway, Oregon. And if you have never been to Halfway, Oregon, you need to go. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, way over almost to Idaho, and just a small little town, couple of restaurants and bars, and a bunch of really cool people, very outdoorsy. And when we went over there, the Baker County Chamber set us up with a gentleman who is a horse farmer. So he does everything with horse. He has electricity, but he has no power tool, no tractors, nothing like that. And I want you to meet this man and enjoy this story. Just sit back and find out what other Oregonians really look like.
On the far eastern side of Oregon is a place called Halfway. Halfway is a tiny town where the Wallowa Mountains get into almost every picture, and quaint is not planned, it just is.
Oh, I'm Marvin Brisk from Halfway, Oregon.
Marv and Pam Brisk live on the edge of town on a farm that at first glance looks like a graveyard for old farm machinery.
And as you can see, I got a lot of old horse equipment on inventory.
So it's not a graveyard.
No, heavens no. No, like that, that'll all be fixed up and it'll go to a new home, Well, we farm traditionally with horses, as much as we possibly can.
But you've been using horse-drawn power for how long?
Oh, there's actually 8 of them over there by the barn. There's four colts and two mares with babies over there. About 1980, I think.
Why?
Well, we started because that's the way we wanted to farm, and and we just kind of fell in love with it that way.
I don't think he likes us.
He's not the friendliest horse.
All right, well then I'll stay back.
And he's what they call a blue roan, they're blues.
Yeah.
So why is that the way they used to do it?
That's the way they used to do it. So you can cultivate it this way, then you turn around and cross cultivate it to get it for the weeds.
Everybody in the valley knows where to get fresh produce. Families, other farmers, restaurants, farmers markets.
So all the neighbors know this is where it's at?
Yep. Help yourself kind of thing. In fact, what I'm doing is picking up lettuce for the cafe that's over in Richland. I stopped in for my coffee this morning and she said, would you please grab some lettuce for me over at Pam's? I said, sure.
Does it help knowing how it's grown?
It means everything knowing how it's grown. Yeah.
And who's growing it?
And who's growing it, right? You can see the hashtag on social media about knowing your farmer, but actually knowing your farmer is a completely different deal. So
You don't use pesticides, but you're not organic.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't.
What's the difference?
Being not organic.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like that's what I always thought it was organic.
It's just a certification is all.
Oh.
It really is all it is, and we opt not to, how would you say it, buy into it. You know, we just grow good healthy food, and that's it. You know, and I believe there's quite a cost to it. It also, you know, like $5,000 or something to get certified or something.
So rather than go with the movement, you're doing it and just not getting the certification.
Right. Yeah, and we sell. We have no trouble selling any of our stuff. So. It's the way it is, so it's no use going that way. We, you know, 'cause we just want to. That's our goal, is to sell good, healthy food. It's like a ham strap, see, and you run it through here. Figure out what size your leather is. Yeah, we do a lot of work with them. I've been feeding, especially, you know, we feed all our cattle and everything in the winter with a sled and everything like that. And I've been feeding for over 30 years. I've been feeding the cattle with horses during the winter. And every day I put the harnesses on, I think, this is a waste, you know, all this, it takes time to harness and stuff like that. Right. But then you think about it, how much fuel have I saved in the last 30 years by not, you know, when you look at it, a big picture, you know, it you save a lot.
Wow. So is it a mission or is it just a way of life?
Just a way of life, you know.
That looks old fashioned.
And that's 100% horsepower, you know. Team on here and starts pulling it. And it picks up the hay and tosses her up on the stack. It was completely rotted. I totally redone it and rebuilt it. It works because you don't have a lot of money tied up into it. You know, the horses right now are pretty expensive, but you know, it's just that goes in cycles also, you know. But your horse machinery and stuff like that is reasonably cheap, and if you got any mechanical abilities, you can fix it up. And I like old stuff, of course. And
I noticed.
yeah.
And like this is what they call a line shaft up here, and it came out of an old blacksmith shop a couple miles away from here.
I want to show people what that looks
I like the sound of old belts, you know, clipping and clacking, you know. And I think I paid $20 for that old drill press, and I must have drilled 10,000 holes already with it. You know, it's just. But it's relatively easy to make it because you can look at tractor drawn stuff. You can look at this, and you can get the best of all the worlds there. You know, and a lot of this stuff here there was nothing to look at. You know, if you think about it,
somebody came up with this on their own.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a dream at night or something. You know, because they couldn't look at anything. They had no idea. But they needed something to cultivate their corn other than no computers, no nothing.
You don't need cell service to run them?
No, you got more technology in that camera than I got in all my farm equipment. Yeah. Old horse-drawn equipment everywhere on this place, and plus I have a few other sheds full on neighbors' places. A lot of people don't know what's here. they don't. And the local people that are here, for the first 2 years, I think everyone asked me, "How in the hell you find this place? You know, how'd you find us? You know, because it's kind of, and it's got its own little economy here. You know, it's
And I will tell you what, if you ever get a chance to go to Halfway, Oregon, you need to do it. There's a Pine Lodge right in town. Great place to stay. Very eclectic, very Eugene looking. You will absolutely love it. And Marv is they've had some real hard times with his wife's health and some stuff like that. And, good people. And I'll tell you, the doing stories like that is what we're going to be doing when we're in Montana for you. We'll be still having Bill here. We'll have Kim here. We're going to get a guy I'm talking with him from Idaho, and he'll be coming on the show and doing that. And then Kathy and I will be in Montana, bringing you stories of people. And we'll continue to play some of the other stuff we've done here in Oregon as well. But that's why we're leaving. There's some really interesting stories out there that we still have to tell. And that's what I want to do. I want to tell some stories that make me uncomfortable. You always got to challenge yourself, I think, in life. I think that's what we're learning is if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect things to change, that's the definition of insanity. So if you change it up and do the things that are really scary, I think that's when you find yourself. And Kathy I'm married to the perfect woman because she is very much about finding that thing. And so she pushes me and helps me and guides me through that stuff. So anyway, I love bringing these stories, and thank you, Brian Avalon over at Elements Health Club, for pushing me to do that, because I think it really makes all of us kind of feel like life is okay again. So remember, if you guys want to provide, if you have a family that you know of that needs a holiday meal, we're picking one family, $200 meal. That's Rosa Realty. You text, go 541-316-8646. It's up at the top here. And then text nominate on that text, and it'll tell you what to do. Fill in the story. Also, if you are a person with a one bad tooth in the front and you have a root, we'd like to help you. Dr. Bratland with Chris Denner would like to help you get that thing straightened out. We will be back tomorrow night, and hopefully without the technological glitches we had tonight. Welcome to my world. And I'll work on getting Tim in here again. We can talk to Tim Chuey and see what he's got going on. If you guys see a little bell on your screen on there on your Facebook page, you tap on that, you'll subscribe, and then every time we come on, it'll just alert you. And you don't have to watch, but it alerts you so you know. The other thing you can do for me is share this on your page. Just take it, share it on your page, and let other people see it. The other thing is, if you are someone who would like to sponsor our show, if you like the stuff that we're putting out, we have a sponsorship. I have a wonderful woman named Melissa who's working for me, and she is out doing sales, and we would love to have a lot of sponsors to help get this message out to everybody. That's it for tonight. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow is what? New Leaf Night. Tomorrow night, Matt McCarl will be here to talk about that big green special they have going on, Green Saturday, right after Black Friday. And you can get hyperbaric and all kinds of specials for just a fraction, and you can buy them for the whole year. So he'll be here to explain that. We also have a mother. I saw her on Facebook, and her son was killed by a drunk driver about a year ago. And there's a makeshift memorial set up, and it had a cross on it, and somebody stole the cross. And she's pretty upset, as you would understand. And so she is going to come. Somebody said, Rick, you need to talk to her. She and I talked on the phone today. She's coming on tomorrow live to share her story. And I think it's really good to give people just a chance to, let them know that their kid mattered, and that it is important. And if a cross is something that's important to her, then should be important to us as a community. And so they think that somebody that was homeless probably took it, not meaning probably to be, do something like that, but it's still upsetting to her. And I just want to give her the chance to use her voice, and let's talk about her boy, and who Andrew was. And so we're going to do that tomorrow night. So we'll see you then. Have a good night.